Hello all, hope you are doing great. Welcome to Nomam YouTube channel. In today's video, we'll be exploring Azure Virtual Machine Scale Sets. This is a service offered by Microsoft Azure that allows you to easily and automatically manage and scale a set of virtual machines. So let's dive in and see how this works in action. To get started, I'll go to Azure portal. I have already logged in. Here, I'll search for VMSS, virtual machine scale sets. Okay, I'll create virtual machine set. This subscription, it is taking development. If you want, you can select on whatever you want. And resource group, if you want, you can use the existing resource group or else you can create new. For now, I'm using existing resource group. Here, you need to provide a name for your virtual machine scale set. So I'll see AM virtual machine, right? One. So region, it is taking default. I'm not changing anything here. So image, so for now it will be Ubuntu server. That is fine. Uh, Authentication, it is giving SSH public key. That is also fine. So I'll go to disk. So by default, it is giving 30 gigs of storage. That is fine. So I'm not changing anything here. So I'll go to networking. So this is very important section we need to focus on. Here we have couple of things. For first thing, so by default it is taking a subnet in this range 10.0.0.0/16, which is a private IP range. If you want your VM scale sets, virtual machine scale set to be exposed to outside, what you need to do, you need to make changes here. Okay, I'll click on edit pencil button. So here, if you go down, here I need to allow this inbound ports, which means I'm allowing traffic, allow selected ports. Here I'll select HTTP and SSH. SSH for remote connection and HTTP, I'll be installing Nginx web server on these virtual machines. So to access them, I want port 80. So I have opened these two ports. Okay. If it down, so if you see public IP address disabled, and if you want each and every virtual machine have a public IP, you need to keep this enabled. I don't want this public IP addresses, so I'm keeping it as disabled only. So I'll click on OK. Next important thing is load balancer. If you want to enable load balancer here, you need to click on this checkbox. So if you go down, so Azure will provide two kinds of load balancer. One is application gateway and another is Azure load balancer. So the description is given here. For now, I'm going with Azure load balancer. So I haven't created it before. So what I'm doing, I'm using this mm, default. I'm going with the default options. Okay, so that is fine. And next, I'll go to scaling. So in this section, you need to define like how many instances you want of your VM instances. Okay, initial instance count is 2. If you want, you can increase. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just keep 2 for now. If you go down, another important feature is scaling. So what kind of scaling you want, whether it is manual or auto scaling. So manual scaling means by default it will give you 2 instances. If you want to increase like 3 or 4, 30, 40, whatever, you need to manually come here and you need to scale in or scale out. Okay. If you go for auto scaling, so by default it is taking 1 instance. So you can define maximum number of instances. So minimum I'll keep it as 1 and maximum I'll keep 3. So here the scaling mode and on what basis you want to scale your application, right? So that option, so based on CPU metrics or schedule. So I'm keeping it as CPU metrics. So down if you come here, so like the threshold, like on which scenario your VM has to be scaled, so that details has to provide here. So by default option is like if the VM threshold crosses 75%, then automatically the new VM will provision, and there is a wait time for 10 minutes, and then you need to increase instance by one. If you want, you can change the details. Okay, for now, what I'll do, I'll change the threshold to 80%, and rest of the details I'm keeping it as it is. Okay, next, management. So I'm not keeping any thing here. So if we come to advanced, so here in the custom data, I'll provide one script. So which is to launch Nginx web server for me in every instance. Okay, what I'll do, I'll paste the script. So it's a simple script. So sudo su, I'm giving sudo privilege, and then I'm telling to install, update the packages first. As it is Ubuntu, I'm using apt-get, and then I'm telling to install Nginx, and then I'm just printing host name of that particular machine in h1 tags. Okay, that's it. Now I'll just click on review and create. It will take a minute to finalize this validation and all. So now validation passed. I'll click on create. So it is asking me to download that private key. I'll just download. This we need to connect with your virtual machine. So the deployment is in progress. It will take a couple of minutes. So if you see here, the deployment is complete. If we click on deployment details, see these and all things it created. VM scale set, okay, a load balancer, virtual network, IP, those and all it created. What I'll do, I'll click on go to resource. So here you can see all the details. Okay, so where I'm interested, so here the public IP address is there, right? If you observe in settings, we haven't enabled the public IP address. Still, we got the public IP address. How you know? This is the load balancer IP. So to make sure that there is the load balancer and load balancer created, I'll search for load balancer here. Okay. So KMVMSS load balancer. So this is the load balancer which is created now. Okay. So front end IP configuration. So this is the front end IP for that. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this public IP, paste it in browser. You see, it is giving VM00. If I continuously click on this, it will give another. So okay, what I'll do, I'll open my terminal. I'll send curl request the same public IP. So now it is 000. I'll send again. If you see 001. Again, if I send one more request, it went to 00001. So like this, the load balancer will work whenever the traffic which is coming to your VMs, it will distribute the traffic across the VMs. So yeah, that's it guys. I hope you like this video. For more such content, please like, share and subscribe to Nomam. And also please post your queries and suggestions in the comment box. Thank you.